Riley Burruss just went off. And what she said about her stepsister Kaela Tucker has fans talking non-stop. This isn't just family drama. It's a shocking expose that hits right at the heart of Kandi and Todd's split. Secrets, heated words, and insider revelations are finally coming to light. And what happened next is going to leave you speechless. Family drama has a way of spilling over in ways nobody expects. And this time, it's Riley Burruss making headlines. When she went off on her stepsister Kaela Tucker, fans were stunned. But this isn't just a petty feud or reality TV tension. This is a deeper story tied to the very public split of Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker. In this video, we'll take you behind the scenes of the confrontation, revealing details and insights that haven't been widely shared. From heated exchanges to surprising insider information, you won't believe what happened next. We'll explore how Riley's words exposed tensions within the family, stirred social media, and even sparked debates among fans of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. By the end of this story, you'll understand the stakes, the emotions, and why this feud has become one of the most talked about family moments of the year. This is where it gets unbelievable. To understand the intensity of Riley Burruss going off on her stepsister Kaela Tucker, we first need to step back and look at the family dynamics that shaped this moment. The Burruss-Tucker family has long been in the public eye thanks to The Real Housewives of Atlanta, where Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker have shared both their triumphs and challenges with millions of viewers. Fans have followed their journey closely, from their fairy tale wedding to their business ventures and family milestones. But behind the cameras, the family dynamic has not always been as smooth as it appears on television. Riley Burruss, Kandi's daughter from a previous relationship, has always been closely involved in her mother's life, witnessing both the highs and the lows. Growing up in the public eye comes with its own pressures, and Riley has often had to navigate a complicated web of relationships, loyalties, and expectations. Kaela Tucker, Todd's daughter, also found herself in a unique position. Blending two families is rarely easy, especially when each member is navigating personal growth, ambitions, and in this case, very public lives. While viewers have seen moments of bonding and love, there have also been periods of tension, unspoken disagreements, and misunderstandings that quietly simmered beneath the surface. The split between Kandi and Todd added fuel to these underlying tensions. What was once manageable family friction now escalated into a complex landscape of emotions, loyalty, and frustration. For Riley, watching her mother go through such a turbulent time while trying to maintain harmony must have been challenging. And for Kaela, witnessing the fallout while managing her own feelings created a delicate and sometimes volatile dynamic. When Riley's words finally came out, they didn't exist in a vacuum. They were the culmination of years of family intricacies, private frustrations, and the intense pressure of living life under public scrutiny. Her reaction was as much about personal emotion as it was about loyalty, frustration, and the sense of being unheard. But even with this context, what Riley said, and how she said it, was shocking to many. It exposed rifts that fans could only guess at, and revealed raw, unfiltered feelings that had been simmering for years. And while some might see this as typical reality TV drama, insiders say there is far more at play. Decisions, secrets, and emotions that could change the way fans view the entire Burruss-Tucker family. The moment that sent shockwaves through social media didn't come out of nowhere. It was years in the making, a culmination of subtle tensions, private frustrations, and unspoken rivalries that had quietly simmered beneath the surface. Riley Burruss, known for her bold personality and sharp wit, finally decided to speak her mind, and she did not hold back. It all started when Riley addressed her stepsister Kaela Tucker directly in a video that immediately went viral. From the first few words, it was clear that this wasn't just a casual disagreement. Riley's tone was intense, emotional, and pointed. She called out specific actions, attitudes, and words that she felt had hurt her, her mother, and even the family as a whole. Social media exploded as fans replayed the moment, dissecting every sentence, every gesture, every expression. What made this confrontation so compelling and shocking was the raw honesty Riley displayed. She didn't sugarcoat her feelings or attempt to maintain a polished image. Instead, she laid everything on the line. Frustrations about loyalty, respect, and the fallout from Kandi and Todd's split. In her words, viewers could sense both the pain of personal betrayal and the frustration of living in a family dynamic where emotions had long been suppressed. Kaela Tucker, for her part, responded cautiously. She addressed some of Riley's points, defended her own perspective, and attempted to clarify misunderstandings. But the tension between them was palpable. It wasn't just a verbal sparring match, it was a collision of emotions shaped by years of family history, public scrutiny, and personal stakes. Fans quickly began picking sides, debating who was right and who was wrong, but insiders suggest the truth is far more complex. The reaction on social media was instantaneous and intense. Clips of Riley's confrontation spread like wildfire, with millions of views, thousands of comments, and countless heated debates across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Hashtags related to the feud began trending, and fan forums lit up with speculation, analysis, and strong opinions. Reality TV fans were witnessing not just drama, but a raw, emotionally charged moment that felt deeply authentic. But what truly surprised viewers was the depth of Riley's revelations. She hinted at private moments, long-held grievances, and decisions that had been kept behind closed doors, moments that directly tied into the very public split of Kandi and Todd. The confrontation wasn't just about sibling tension, it was about family secrets, loyalty, and the unseen emotional toll of living life in the spotlight. And just when it seemed like the confrontation had reached its peak, Riley dropped a statement that left many speechless. It wasn't just a sharp critique, it was a revelation that suggested there were even bigger truths yet to come, secrets that could potentially redefine how fans perceive both Kaela Tucker and the Burruss-Tucker family dynamic. This confrontation was more than a viral moment. It was a catalyst. It opened the door to discussions, speculation, and insider stories that are only now beginning to surface. And as intense as this moment was, it was only the beginning of a larger saga, one that includes personal reflections, family fallout, and decisions that could have lasting consequences for everyone involved. The moment Riley Burruss went off on her stepsister Kaela Tucker, the ripple effects were immediate and massive. Social media lit up within minutes. Fans took sides, some praising Riley for speaking her truth, while others defended Kaela, arguing that public feuds only worsened private family struggles. Across Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and fan forums, heated debates erupted, turning this private family tension into a nationwide conversation. Riley's words resonated with many because they felt authentic. Unlike scripted reality TV moments, this confrontation appeared raw and unscripted. Her frustrations, carefully bottled up over the years, finally spilled into the public eye. Some fans empathized with her, seeing the challenges of navigating blended families and the complicated emotional terrain that comes with high-profile parents. Others criticized her approach, believing that airing family grievances in such a public way risked further discord. Media outlets quickly picked up the story. Headlines screamed about the feud, emphasizing Riley's explosive words, and framing the situation as a deepening crisis within the Burruss-Tucker family. Reality TV bloggers and commentators dissected every word, expression, and gesture, analyzing what Riley said about loyalty, respect, and the fallout from Kandi and Todd's split. Some pundits even suggested that this feud could mark a turning point in the way blended families on reality television are portrayed, highlighting the tension between public image and private reality. The impact wasn't limited to fans and media. Close family members reportedly had mixed reactions behind the scenes. Some felt Riley was justified, believing that her frustrations had been ignored for too long. Others feared that the confrontation might widen rifts, creating tensions that would take years to repair. Insiders hinted at private conversations and reconciliatory attempts that followed the confrontation, though whether they succeeded remains unclear. Meanwhile, reality TV personalities and influencers weighed in, some subtly, others overtly, adding fuel to the fire. Social media threads were flooded with speculation about whether Riley's actions were a calculated move for attention or a genuine attempt to hold her stepsister accountable. Fans began to dig deeper, analyzing past interactions between Riley and Kaela, piecing together a history that explained why emotions had reached this breaking point. But the most intriguing fallout was the discussion surrounding Kandi and Todd's split. Riley's confrontation wasn't just about her stepsister, it was intertwined with the larger family dynamic. Her words hinted at hidden tensions, long-standing frustrations, and decisions made behind closed doors that had shaped the family's trajectory. Fans began to question how much of the real story had been shared on reality television and how much had remained private, simmering until this explosive moment brought it to the surface. The confrontation also sparked discussions about blended family dynamics more broadly. Experts, commentators, and viewers alike debated the challenges of loyalty, boundaries, and communication when children from different families are involved. Riley's public airing of grievances became a case study in the complexities of familial relationships under the microscope of fame. And just when it seemed like the fallout had reached its peak, Riley hinted at even deeper truths in follow-up statements and interviews. She suggested that what fans had seen was only the tip of the iceberg. There were private conversations, behind-the-scenes tensions, and emotional moments that could change how people perceive both her and Kaela Tucker. The suspense left the audience craving more, ensuring that this story would dominate conversations for weeks to come. After the explosive confrontation with Kaela Tucker, Riley Burruss didn't retreat into silence. Instead, she stepped forward with a clarity and determination that surprised many. This was not just about defending herself or airing grievances, it was about taking control of her narrative, asserting her voice, and making it clear that her perspective mattered. Riley's perspective is rooted in a mixture of loyalty, frustration, and personal experience. Growing up in a blended family under the glare of reality television comes with unique pressures. Every word spoken, every emotion displayed, is scrutinized by millions of fans, critics, and media outlets. For Riley, this environment amplified her feelings, turning private frustrations into public moments that demanded attention. She has made it clear in interviews and statements that her confrontation with Kaela was not about creating drama for viewers. Rather, it was a reflection of years of unresolved issues, moments of miscommunication, and emotions that had been bottled up until they reached a tipping point. Riley emphasized the importance of honesty and accountability, not just within the family, but also as a message to fans who have followed her journey. Insiders close to Riley revealed that she has been taking deliberate steps in the aftermath of the confrontation. She has engaged in private conversations with both Kaela and her mother, Kandi Burruss, attempting to navigate the emotional minefield with as much diplomacy as possible. At the same time, Riley has been vocal on social media, setting boundaries, clarifying misunderstandings, and sharing her side of the story in a way that feels authentic to her personality. But Riley's next moves are not just reactive, they are proactive. Sources suggest she is considering how to use her platform to address broader issues of family dynamics, blended households, and the pressures that come with being in the public eye. She wants to turn this highly charged moment into a learning experience, not only for herself, but for viewers who might be facing similar challenges. This indicates a maturity and foresight that many fans may not have anticipated from someone so young. At the same time, Riley's perspective reveals the emotional toll this family drama has taken on her. She has spoken about feeling misunderstood, about the difficulty of balancing loyalty to her mother with respect for her stepsister, and about the strain of having private emotions constantly broadcast to the world. Her honesty strikes a chord with viewers because it feels relatable, human, and deeply personal, something that goes beyond typical reality TV conflicts. Yet even with this level of transparency, Riley has hinted that there are layers of the story still hidden from the public eye. She suggested that some details of family interactions, private conversations, and emotional decisions remain confidential, known only to those directly involved. This adds a new layer of suspense. Fans are left wondering what else might surface, and whether future revelations could further alter public perception. And here's the cliffhanger that keeps everyone watching. Riley's next steps may not just impact her relationship with Kaela, they could reshape how fans see the entire Burruss-Tucker family, influence the way Kandi and Todd's split is discussed, and even affect the future dynamics of reality TV coverage. Every choice Riley makes now carries emotional weight, public scrutiny, and the potential to spark further controversy.